Hello and welcome, this is the Benjinator, and you're watching Let's Play Soul Blazer. So I think I figured out what you're supposed to do with the Big Pearl. This is one thing that we did miss, is the place where Lou's still hanging out, and there's a sleeping dolphin here, and so we shot you with a dream rod, and so I think that we should be able to actually equip this, apparently, and then, yeah, the dolphin's super mesmerized by it. So, that means that we now can open up a passage. So isn't that cool? Alright, let's go to that area where the passage is. And let's talk to Lou first, actually. So, I believe that this is actually going to be a pathway to get another emblem. And there's, what is there, 8 total? So, I was wondering, how's, yeah. Okay, so... let bygones be bygones. The queen's back. Let's see about that passage, and then we'll be able to go on to the next world. Because again, the emblems are going to result in an item that I don't think is super useful, but we're still going to get it. We're going to still go for that 100%. So, I think it's this way. I have a feeling that if we circumnavigate in this direction, we should be able to go into the next area. Is this the coral reef? All right. I don't think that's where. I think it's down here. Like it's wherever it says coral reef. I'm just poking around, and as you can see, this area is a lot clearer now, which is kind of nifty. Definitely easier to get through. Okay, I guess not. All right, let me. I'll be right back with you guys. I'm gonna go find the area. I thought it would be a little easier than this. Aha, okay, I think I found the right place. I'm going to this cave right here. And there's the secret cave. Alright. So what's gonna be, what is going to be released if we kill all these stupid hermit crabs? They're just coming out in droves. There's a lot of hermit crabs. That's like, that is a, enhanced amount compared to last time. So yeah, I did actually get a chance to look at a guide to tell us where all the emblems are going to be, so we will be able to do that, even if we sort of temporarily miss some. So, treasure, 80 gems, that's cool. What else we got? Emblem D. Yay, that's what we were hoping for. Medical herb. Always good. Nothing inside. Alright, so now, as you can see, we have C, we got D. If you're wondering where B and A are, I don't think that you can actually access them at this point in the game anyway. So, anyway, let's go to the next world. I'll see you back at the warp point. We'll be able to move on. Alright guys, we're back. So we're going to be moving on to the mountains. So this, unfortunately, is my least favorite world. It's still good, but it's not my favorite. This is basically the interior of a mountain. Full of what you'll see are elven people. Naturally, they're not here because nothing's been released, because they've all been swallowed up by evil, but we're going to be going right into our first dungeon, which is, the mountain. And, you know, this place has actually pretty cool music. And look at that, 65 when you're killing these rats, so that's nice. That's really nice. So we're gonna go right into releasing. I do appreciate, even though this is my least favorite level, look, little elven girl, that you just kind of go right into fighting and releasing. There's not a lot of hubbub, whereas the other ones, there was, like, you know, some dialogue that had to take place first. So you're just like, nope, gonna start releasing. We know what we're up to. We know how this game works. So we're gonna go right into just the nitty-gritty. Okay, so now we got these, like, gremlin-type creatures. And this is where you might be, tempted to use that other spell, the charge one, but really, you just need to, all you need to really worry about is just hitting them with a light arrow, and you're usually fine. You're usually a-okay. If we can get over there, Jesus. Okay, so maybe, is it possible to get this guy? No. Okay, I guess we can't get him to him right now. We'll take care of him in a little bit. Right now we gotta take care of these, like, evil snowmen with bats. They're the bane of existence. Yeah, so typically, like, ice and snow levels, I'm not a big fan of. Probably because I'm a warm weather person, but it's usually like the layout and the tile set, like with the white or the aqua. not my biggest thing. But we do get to release Grandpa. What's up, Grandpa? Just so you guys know, there's not just one Grandpa in this place. There are several Grandpas. So what this is this is an ice chute. You can actually move up and down it. It's just going to move you in a downward direction. So that's not a huge deal. Nothing you can't handle. Whee! Alright. Oy vey. The enemies are getting a little bit more aggressive. I have noticed that. What do we got? 40 gems. Bulking up on those gems. So I didn't really cover this in the last video, but yeah, if you die, you lose your gems. Like, you have to get all those guys back. So I know we cheated. We used the save state, and I'm usually like very anti-save state, but I think in the case of this game, for the sake of expediency, because this is a side LP, I decided to go with it. But now usually I'm somewhat of a purist when it comes to most LPs. Like, I mean, I do plan, and I've already talked to actually my friend Jared about this. He's got like a spare SNES, and I'm probably gonna buy it from him. So that way I'll be able to... Ooh, killing the reindeer. Actually, you don't want these reindeer to do their attack. It would be really bad. But anyway, I'm going to get an SNES from him. And then hopefully my future LPs will be on a real SNES. Just because I like to keep it legit. But if it's ever convenient for me to do stuff like this in the future with an emulator, I will do that as well. Especially since I'm learning how to use it, especially with... OBS, the new recording software. Might not be new to some of you, but it's what I'm using for the first time. Because before this, I think I used what was known as Pinnacle Studio, and I used Audacity as well to record the audio. So that was kind of a pain in the ass. I had to kind of use basically two different streams for the audio and the video. Which, you know, you had to sync them together, and it was just a lot, pretty painstaking, so I'm definitely a fan of OBS, as I've said in previous videos, and I do recommend that anybody that's interested in going to the world of LPs, use OBS. It'll save you a lot of grief, for sure. Okay, more rats. Got the Aurora Borealis, called Aurora's Ridge, and we gotta level up, and that's always welcome. So, let's, where are you, rats? There you are. Death! Sweet death. Oh, and now this is going to lead to another monster lair. Oh, these snowballs! Okay, these snowballs are a pain in the ass. Basically, they're going to follow you, they're going to get to a certain size, and you want to use those rocks to your advantage, basically. Like, you want to use them to try and, explode. Otherwise, they're just going to keep going after you. Like, they're like, really aggressive. They're like, But if they get to their maximum size, then they slow down, which is nifty. Oh, 7 monster layers, Jesus. Quite demanding. But as you've seen, and this is the case with a lot of action RPGs, like, in the 2D era, it's pretty easy, as it is with most, like, fighting games and beat-em-ups, to figure out what the enemy's movement patterns are. And once you figure that out, like, you can pretty much blast your way through the game unless it's trying to be super challenging. Like, I know that there are some action RPGs out there that exist that are just really hard, but this is obviously not one of them. And neither is ActRaiser, and neither are the sequels to this game. They're all fairly easy, actually. But it's okay, because they got, like, a little bit of a story, and there's always, like, a little bit of a gimmick to it. Like, in this game, obviously, it's the town thing, where you go to monster lairs, you release them, and then you get to interact with people in the town. It's very similar for ActRaiser. In the sequel to this, you actually see that it takes place in a world that's very similar to our own. Like, there's names of real places, like there's China, there's Norway, for some reason, there's Japan. So you do get to see real places, and that's pretty cool. But also in Illusion of Gaia, you have more of a story in general. Ooh, a snail. Nice. You have more of a story in general than in this game, which I think is kind of a... It's a slight weakness of this game. Like, it does have somewhat of a story, which I appreciate, but, I mean, compared to Illusion of Gaia has, like, characters and interactions, and there's some level of... Oh! Snowball. of development, and it's really, really cool. Like, I was really impressed with Illusion of Gaia when I played it. Even though it came after Final Fantasy VI, which, let's face it, was like one of the most commanding storyline RPGs of the SNES era. But Illusion of Gaia still impressed me. So, 50 gems. I think one of these treasure chests has actually something really good. Not the medical herb. Medical herbs are good, though. Nothing. What else have we got? Magic armor. All right, we get to upgrade our army. Cuts. Ooh, this is nice. So now we get to just be like this all day, every day, all the time. Magic arrow. But the magical armor is pretty sweet. But yeah, so this series that is followed by Illusion of Gaia and concluded by Terranigma. Good story for its time, for sure. I mean, nowadays we're kind of spoiled because we have stories of vastly superior value. Even the Fallout games, which I have not played, from what I understand, have a pretty immersive environment. And, you know, the Persona games, I've played a little of those, and I'm excited to play more of them, but they are very, very immersive in terms of a world and in terms of a story, so it's good stuff. And actually, I'm playing, along with this, Xenogears, the greatest game on Earth. With the best story of any JRPG, bar none. Bar none. Alright, so, kill a little bit more of these rats. And you can kind of see why I'm not a huge fan of this this level, because these are kind of wide, vast dungeons that we're going across. Like, you can't get lost, but it's a lot of dungeon. And I kind of prefer the shorter dungeons with more interactivity with the town-type places, and this one, I think, has the lowest amount of interactivity. Like, I can't remember a whole lot of interacting with your surrounding environment compared to the other worlds. So, gonna be a lot of fighting in this one, folks. Okay, so this is where things get a little tricky. So this ice, you're gonna move in one direction, and that's all you're gonna be able to do. So there's a lack of control, as you can see. And this is a problem that we are going to be dealing with a little bit more professionally as time goes on. But for the time being, we're kind of stuck in this position. I think I just screwed myself. Sorry, folks. Okay. Is this going to help? No. Believe me, there's a way to deal with this. It can be dealt with. Okay. Now I see. Alright. So this will get you over here. Like I said, there is a method to it, and it's not hard to figure out, but it does take some finesse, so to speak. Moving around on the ice. And oh, lots of enemies here. Got the reindeer, we got the guys with the clubs. Gonna be some craziness. Let's ice them. Death! Woo! Then we're just gonna have like a field day stepping on these monster lairs. But might as well kill all of them. You know what I mean? So, 3 monster lairs up there. Alright. Step on this guy. What have we got? Oh boy. And these people will say some things. Hello! Yes, you're back. Oh, the mushroom shoes. Yeah, so the mushroom shoes will, let us walk on ice. So that little ice problem that we were having will be solved by this little kid in just a bit. So what else we got? Ah, cool. So this will take us back to the mountain, and we're gonna get to talk to some of the townsfolk. Watch that in the next episode of Let's Play Soul Blazer with the Benjinator. I'll see you guys then.